But, Eli Drake's, that was dumb. The Josh Matthews thing, the Josh Matthews tweet, which I'm going to reference, I don't know what it said exactly. This is just, verbatim, not verbatim, but this is just kind of in a nutshell what it said. Saying that, that WWE was hypocrites. They were hypocrites. The NXT commentators were hypocrites for not acknowledging TNA, for a company that pretends that TNA does not exist. They were pretending that they knew who Samoa Joe was, and that's just hypocrisy. It's obscurity. I don't get it. I'm sick of all this hypocrisy in wrestling and WWE. If we don't exist, how do they know who Samoa Joe was? Well, for one thing, Josh Matthews. I mean, you don't need me to tell you this. I'm sure a lot of people, you've heard this elsewhere. I tweeted it. Other people have tweeted it to him. So this is nothing new. But Samoa Joe made a name for himself in Ring of Honor. I made the dumb mistake of saying that, TNA did not make Samoa Joe. Ring of Honor made Samoa Joe. Someone responded back saying, Samoa Joe, for fuck's sake, Samoa Joe made Samoa Joe. I get that. I understand that's what the point I was trying to make. But the point I'm trying to make is that TNA did not make Samoa Joe. The guy was already a star before he came to TNA. And let's look at it here. I said it before. I'll say it again. I wrote it in an article. I've said it here in the show. TNA fucking ruined. Maybe not ruined, but they mismanaged Samoa Joe for the 10 years that he was there. Not all of his run was terrible. The first few years, he had a pretty good run there. He was undefeated. He was world champion. He was doing the stuff in the tag team next division. The guy was great, but make no bones about it. For the remaining 7 years, from 2008 onward, the guy was a joke. He was maybe not a joke, but he was close to being a joke because he was so underutilized. He was misused in TNA. He was getting kidnapped. He was pretending to kill people. He was overweight. He was unmotivated, and that's the key with Samoa Joe. The guy was unmotivated because they had nothing for him. They never gave, of all the people that had all world title runs in TNA, from Chris Sabin to Eric Young to everyone else, they never gave Samoa Joe another one with that belt, which boggled my mind for the longest time. Why they never did that, was just absolutely asinine to me. But, for the many years that he was there, for only 2 or 3 was he used properly. For the remaining 7, he was wasted, absolutely wasted in TNA. It's a shame because he could have, I don't think WWE would have hired him years ago when he was in his prime, but it's a shame because, if they did, if he left TNA back in 2009 or 2010 or whatever, and he came on over to WWE in 2010, 2011, imagine the match this guy could have fucking had with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and the current crop of guys, Kevin Owens, or, Kevin Owens is now, but you know what I mean. Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, with the matches we're going to get now. The matches he could have had with Shawn Michaels and Edge and Jericho and everyone else that was Undertaker, all the guys that were regulars 5-6 years ago that aren't now. It's Batista. It's mind-boggling to me,